Hello and welcome to a brand new episode of Connected Experience. And thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. It's an absolute pleasure to actually be surrounded by my brilliant team from Singapore, my amazing friends who have made a huge difference with whatever they do on social media as well as in real life. So thank you, Kasthuri, thank you, Charu, thank you, Miss Suchi, and thank you, Puja, for joining in. Firstly, would like to start off the proceedings by wishing Kasthuri a very happy birthday. Once again, we've got the birthday girl within here, between us, and it's such a pleasure. Thank you for taking the time out, and we would love to obviously welcome on board Sharmila Divatia. Sharmila is someone who is who perhaps a lot of you may not know. And this is one of the main reasons as to why I feel and we felt that we need to showcase the amazingly inspiring journey that she has had to basically let each and every one of you know that if you are harping on the victim mindset, it's just an excuse. And that's simple as that. She is a person who has unfortunately not had the right cards dealt to her from when she was very, very young. And even though she had everything going against her, she made sure that she did not let fate, she did not let destiny basically sort of make sure that whatever she does is just and she didn't accept whatever life has dealt to her. She made it a point that she went forward, she battled through whatever she has done, and she has become an inspiration. She has been a professional in the IT industry. Now she is the Managing Director of Vardaan4u and the Co-Founder of Bringle Academy. So thank you so much, Sharmila. It's such a pleasure to have you on board and for the amazing work that you do for people who have a different ability to bring forth how important it is to ensure that disability is just a perception. It is not something that can hold you back if you have the right mindset and a growth mindset to ensure that you are willing to bring out that value from within you. So thank you so much, Sharmila, for joining us today.
Thank you, people. I mean, connected experience. It's been a very, very nice gesture on your part to invite me here. Yes, I I don't have any victim phobia. You're very right.
No, so
So
thank you. I mean, Sharmila. I'm so grateful that you are here to share your journey, and hopefully, it's going to be a matter of inspiration and motivation to a lot of people around us. So, I'm going to actually ask Charu, who has had the opportunity, the pleasure, the humbling honor to being able to work with you side by side on one of your very recent projects and also in the past, to tell us a little bit more from her end as to how what you are doing for others around you. Charu, over to you.
Such a pleasure to introduce you, Sharmila. Sharmila Divatia is a co-founder at Bringle Academy, 20 years in volunteering and mentoring and 31 years in IT industry. As a part of the delivery organization, she has considerable experience in Indian dairy industry, financial industry, banks, institutions, insurance, and of course, project management skills. As part of the Software Quality Organization, a vast knowledge base of CMMI, Six Sigma Black Belt, ISO 9001, ITIL, specialities, process and product quality for the software industry, both QA and QC. And as a part of the SR group, she has gained considerable knowledge on various industry segments that the organization is involved in, like steel, power, shipping, and sports, etc. Such a pleasure to welcome you, Sharmila. My question goes to you, from where you get that inner strength, which I always see within you. With that smile you come always, and who is the source of inspiration? Can you share about it?
source, I think it's God. and my parents. They have put that spine of steel in me. So that's how it is. I don't find it any different, Charu, because I have always lived uh, the way you have. Uh, Probably the same education, the same kind of college experiences. Yes, maybe people look at it differently because I don't have the use of one hand and my speech is affected. But I don't feel it any different.
That's so
So,
inspirational. That's really very inspirational.
Absolutely. So, Sharmila, while you were answering, while you were responding to Charu's question, that God and your parents and people around you, sometimes they have, behave differently. So, I am very curious to know, Sharmila, that sometimes it's very easy to get lost in the outer noise of the people. So, what was your turning point wherein you decided to be on the journey where you are today?
Pooja, it was very early on. I fell ill at the age of 5, and I was in coma for a month. After
Mhm.
that, when I woke up, my left side was completely gone. So, eyesight, my cheek, my left hand, my left leg. The day I tried to get out of my bed, I fell. And that was the time that I decided that I will walk, come what may. So that was the day I decided that I have to get better. I have to be up on my feet. I could not talk because my voice box was also gone. The words were here, but this didn't work. So uh, at that point of time, you know that uh, it's here, stay like this, or go ahead and get better. So my first thought was to walk.
Mhm.
Then I had therapy for 14, 15 years. That made me uh, in some semblance of order. I could talk, I could walk, run. Yes, I am a state hockey player. I am proud of the fact that I have played my part in society from a very early age. So it's been difficult in the sense that people make it difficult for you. We are so sorry. Uh, you can't do this. You can't do that. I said, who said I can't do anything?
Beautiful.
So
I love
I
that.
ride I ride a bike. I love
Wow.
motorcycles. I mean, two wheels are something that uh, give me uh, air. You know, I love the air pushing through my hair. So that's how it is. Speed.
Wow.
Beautiful. I so love that, Sharmila, because you know what the question that Charu asked and the question that Pooja asked, it just brings out so beautifully. I mean, you mentioned something that the source of inspiration has been your parents, which is so beautiful to know and so beautiful to see. But I would like to just add a little bit here. that, parents in general, I would say like close to 100% of the time, like there's never anything that is like 100% in my opinion, because there's always scope for improvement. But parents in general will always have the best intention for their children, regardless of what they do. Like even if they do the worst things possible, they will always be an angel in front of them or in their eyes. So I really appreciate that your parents were such an inspiration for yourself. But what you brought up, Sharmila, is a very important point. It doesn't matter for you to derive inspiration from other people around you, because yes, there will be people around you who will be a source of inspiration. There will be people around you who will bring you up, but there'll also be a lot of people who will be bringing you down with their negativity and toxicity. However, the best source of inspiration that any person can have is themselves. And that's what I loved when you said it, that the source of inspiration has been my parents, but it has also been myself. Because, and this is my message, and this is our message to the entire network that, we all have across the six of us, and for all of those who are watching at this present moment. Do not play the victim mindset. Do not play, on pity votes and try to get pity votes, right? Each and every one of you have the ability to make a difference in not just your life, but in lives of other people around you. So all you need to do is just take that little bit of an action, take a little bit of an action step. So if you are not doing that, then you are basically playing a victim mindset. A lot of people, especially during this time, who are able-bodied, like most of us here, are playing the victim mindset and thinking, okay, I can't do anything. This lockdown is going to be the worst period of my life, my business, my career. Rubbish. Okay? Take control of your own destiny. Make the right choices. And make sure that you do not ever forget that your biggest inspiration is within you. You have the spark of creativity and inspiration within you. It's just a matter of time that you actually believed in yourself, broken through those shackles which are holding you back, and let your light shine through to others around you. So love those questions, Charu and Pooja. So really appreciate that, and thank you so much, Sharmila, for really being this amazing inspiration to people around you. So Pooja, do you have anything to add to that?
Yes, so while Sharmila, while you were, I'm still with you on that journey when you were taking us through your journey, Sharmila. So I'm very curious to know, Sharmila, that during that journey, they may be like, is there any advice which you received, which you felt was very, very rewarding as well for you? Any
Yes,
advice from someone you received which you felt was
yes.
rewarding?
My first job and my first boss. It took a while because when I went for interviews, they would ask whether I could sit for 8 hours at the desk and work. So when I eventually got my job, the first day at work, my boss gave me this advice that uh, जब हथौड़ा गरम हो जब लोहा गरम हो तो हथौड़ा मार देना. So I have remembered that one sentence, and for Kasturi I'll tell you, strike when the iron is hot. So uh, that is the one advice I have followed very well, and
That,
believe me, it has stood me in good stead all through my career.
love.
31 years, and I miss my mentor. I really miss my mentor. He's no more.
Lovely. Thank you so much, Sharmila. I mean, when I look at your journey and when I look at your advice, what you said, like you are still following. So they, as even Yusuf said, that they are going to be a situation when people are going to see, but how are you going to respond? is going to define that whether you're going to treat the situation as an exit door for you or a new entry door for you, whether it's going to build you or whether it's going to bury us. Thank you so much,
Love
Sharmila.
that.
Kasturi Masuchi, over to you.
No, love
I'm
love what you
sorry.
just said, Pooja. Right now, I mean, every single opportunity is a choice for us to actually take that step or basically live in regret. That's the way I like to see it, right? You should sometimes make sure that the choices that you make are choices that you're making knowingly, and not have regrets moving forward down the line in the future, and just thinking, what if, right? And that's the main thing. Like, you can always take a horse to the water basket, but you can't make it drink from it, right? And that is the main thing, and that's the onus all upon on all of us, to make sure that it's important that we actually do our part. So before I go over to Kasuri and Miss Suchi, I would like to thank people from all around the world who are actually tuned in, and who are actually making really, really inspiring and motivating and supportive comments for Sharmila's journey. And it's just a way to ensure, and for you to know, Sharmila, that your journey is an inspiration, not just for for people in India. We've got people from Africa, we've got people from the US, from Australia, from Malaysia, from Singapore, from India, of course, from Dubai, from Pakistan, from Canada, from Nigeria, from Africa, as I think I already mentioned Africa, from Europe, from Sweden. So we've got at least, and I'm not saying it just for the sake of saying, we've got over 30 countries represented, and people who are watching at this present moment, both on Facebook as well as on LinkedIn. And thank you once again for joining us. So for our
you.
next question, for the next part of our discussion, no, you're most welcome, Sharmila. I'm going to hand the mic over to the birthday girl, Kasturi.
Thank you. First of all, thank you so much for all the wishes. I mean, like, it's beautiful. It's beautiful to be here on this special day along with my wonderful friends. And Sharmila, it's such a pleasure. It's such a pleasure, in fact, an honor to meet you today along with my wonderful friends. Okay, I got acquainted with you just recently, and I wanted to know about your success story. So I watched the video that Farida interviewed you in Opportunities and Challenges. And I loved how positively you walked us through your journey of life. There are a number of times I kept pausing and kind of like admired your expressions of how amazing you view life as. So I would say exactly some points, like at around 4 minutes, you mentioned how it has been so interesting, right? Your school days, your college, your career, and at around like 6 minutes, you mentioned how you help other people to get on their feet. And then at around like 7 minutes or so, you mentioned about how exciting, satisfying, and ambitious the program Bingle you are working along with Anshu. And around like 11 minutes around there, you advised us to take care of our life, how to take charge of our life as well. And you ended up by saying that you have no complaints. Wow. I was just like, it was like so inspiring and beautiful, Sharmila. Okay, Sharmila, every one of us are fighting our battle in our own ways. Like some of us emotionally, some of them physically. Yeah, a lot of us are battling our own fights now. So the thing is that upon all this, for one to find strength in their battles is only through how you perceive life. Yeah, and the way you perceive life is as interesting, amazing, wonderful, you mentioned. So it is all because you're living a life that is more than your career, your knowledge, your qualification. So I feel there are many other aspects of life that is creating the whole picture of your successful life, Sharmila. So can you share with us what other interests, hobbies, and skills that you enjoy doing that makes up this beautiful Sharmila?
Oh, a huge amount of interest in reading. That's my first love. If you can see the library behind me, that's a collection on age 3. So I read. I am a music aficionado. So anything and everything in music, anything and everything in the written word, and I write. When time permits, I have written articles with the Hindu and with the Indian Express. I have got a few published academic papers on disability and technology uh, uh, for Mumbai University, for Symbiosis at Pune, and I do keep myself academically and technically updated. One certificate a year, definite. So those things are definitely there, but my major focus is on my work, and that makes me the most happy if I am working at Bringle and Vardaan. So it's not a business for me. It's mine. It's my baby. I need to uh, raise it to perfection. So that's how it is.
Beautifully said, Sharmila. Thank you so much for sharing that. And on this note, I would actually ask you, and I would request you to basically tell us a little bit more regarding your initiative, Vardaan4u. So everyone who's actually watching, you will see the ticker at the bottom, which will allow you to actually go on to Sharmila's personal website. She's the managing director of Vardaan4u. She's worked very closely with the Indian government, with the disability wing, with people coming from disadvantaged backgrounds, empowering women. I mean, seriously, Sharmila, I mean, you are such a brilliant source of inspiration that I have the hairs in the back of my head literally standing up. In Hindi, as you say, "Rong te khade ho jate hain." So I mean, it's like you're so inspiring in whatever you do. Sharmila, can you tell us, people who are watching, what exactly you are doing at Vardaan4u, and then we'll go into Bringle. But I'd like you to just explain to us what you're doing at Vardaan4u and how is it, because I've noticed it is a not-for-profit company. It is a completely not-for-profit company. And how are you being supported by perhaps government initiatives? And if there is any way that people like ourselves can actually support you in your vision and in your journey in being able to make things better for others around you in society. Please let us know a bit more regarding Vardaan and how people can help.
Well, Vardhan is supported by only myself and Anshat Jain, who is the founder of Bringle. As of now, somebody would want to come up and support us, very welcome. We look at three things here. One is the disability factor that I take care of.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of education skilling, reskilling happens. I also counsel parents
Mm-hmm.
because that is the base. Parents are the base to connect to the initiative.
Mm-hmm.
To raise a person with disability from childhood. I have seen my mother put in efforts. I have learned from her. And she was the one who told me one day that you have made your life, you have made your choices, now go and help others. And for the past 20 years now, I have been doing that. So that's where I was telling that where inspiration comes from. It's been lifelong, but inspiration will never stop.
It's beautiful.
So today I look at disability, I look at women empowerment, again, skilling and reskilling people.
Mm-hmm.
My basic uh, function is to make people productive, let
That's
them
beautiful.
earn, let them be on their feet.
Mm-hmm.
Financial independence makes a lot of difference.
Yeah.
I have done that. I've had a very successful corporate career. I finished it at the age of 50 and I came
Mm-hmm.
back home to take care of aging parents because that is how I saw that I could contribute to their happiness. And eventually, yes, uh, one day I get a call from Anshab Jain and we start talking. And that's how I came into Bengal and we went into Vardaan for the uh, not for profit activities. So, yes, it is just the two of us who support
Beautiful.
the initiative.
Beautiful. And see,
It's
this is just, yeah. I mean, thank you. I mean, and this is where it just shows that it doesn't matter what kind of background you've come from. It doesn't matter what tools that you have available to yourself. It's all about that that intention to provide value, that brings out that altruistic nature from within you, which will actually resonate with people and touch people's lives. So thank you so much for sharing with us, how perhaps how it all started and what you're doing in being able to make a difference in other people's lives. Miss Suchi, please, you wanted to ask a question from Sharmila, so all over to you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Yusuf, for having this beautiful gathering here on a very special day, which is Kasturi's birthday. Happy birthday, Kasturi. Welcome,
Thank
Sharmila. It's such a blessing to be able to share screen with all of these amazing people whom I call them my buddies, right? So, being the former principal who has worked with little children from various backgrounds and various abilities, and a volunteer who is working with people from like other people who call them intellectually disabled, but I will always call them my buddies and specially able. That's the term I use. So I do not believe in the word disability, so I don't really use that. So what's your message for the specially able people and the parents of young children who see their children as disabled? And they want to remove this to shine their abilities. So I still work with parents who see their children as disabled. I work with I go to many like homes and all sorts of places. So your message would be very very inspiring for them to not only work on themselves but to be able to see their children as empowered as you are. So what's your message for them?
for the parents, one thing that really helped me was the education that I got, the wonderful education that I got. So education matters at every level. The other thing is acceptance of your child as they are. It doesn't matter whether they instinct or not, and it didn't matter to my parents. They took me out everywhere. People laughed. I know that. People made fun of me at a very young age, and that's what inured me to everything. it doesn't matter to me any longer. I mean, I think I was 6, 7 when it started to hamper me, and my parents told me that it's going to hurt. So don't let it hurt. So that's how it is. It hasn't hurt me now ever. So one thing is there, the parents have to accept the children as they are. One,
Beautiful.
give them a good education. If they can't be educated, then some vocational training so that they can earn a living. They can be productive individuals. I have so many people coming after me and telling me to train them, train their children, train the parents to think like that. And that is where the learning that I have is past. I counsel parents first. Children can come later because they can be trained from a very young age to be productive.
Beautifully
Beautiful.
said. And I would actually like to bring in, two quotes which come to mind. And thank you for sharing that part where, you actually faced so much social stigma, so much exclusion from people around you, and you found strength in that. You didn't let that become something that weighed you down. And it reminds me of the quote, which, if I'm not mistaken, it was Oprah Winfrey, which she always says, turn your wounds into wisdom.
Yes.
Because only when you walk through a path of adversity do you actually understand the bliss of the true magic that may unfold in your life in the future. And it also brings me back to another amazing quote by Lao Tzu, which a lot of people may know. I mean, new
Inner.
beginnings are always disguised by painful endings. So sometimes we need to embrace the fact that some things are just not meant to be, and we just need to make sure that we let it go. We cut the negativity, the toxicity out of our lives. And in your situation, Sharmila, correct me if I'm wrong, I mean, you made it a conscious effort to cut out the negativity that people had towards you, towards your personal situation. And you said, no, I am not going to get bogged down by this. I'm going to rise above, and I'm going to make you understand that you, as my naysayer, are not actually bringing me down. You're giving me that additional strength to
Yes,
actually have that passion to to come out winning. And this reminds me from that scene from the Rocky movies, right? Where he's training, when he's down and out for the count, and it's the song "Eye of the Tiger" is playing in the background, and he just goes for it. That's where, in my opinion, adversity is the fuel that true champions work from, or they come from within. So thank you so much, Sharmila. I know, Pooja, you want to say something. You've got that look on your face where you want to say something. So
Something is
let it give us your three words of wisdom,
three words.
please.
Yep.
Adversity quotient is something which comes to my mind. I mean, we have been talking about so many quotient, IQ, EQ, SQ, I don't know, focus quotient, so many things. But I think when you're in a situation, how do you really turn around that adversity quotient? And parents are so important. And what Sharmila said, like accepting, it's not only for the parents, it's for all of us. Most of the time we want to be in the denial, we don't want to accept. So everything starts with, I think, accepting it and making the best, because we can't be everything what we are not, but we can be everything what we want to be, and have like
Beautiful,
set our mind to it, right? Because most of the
beautiful.
time we always want to keep on comparing with someone else. And When I look at Sharmila, she deep dived into her element, who she is, and she so beautifully brought it out. And it was so resonating. In fact, Sharmila, yesterday, I and Kasthuri, we both were having a chat, and we were thinking for next camp of our Discover the Superhero. Yeah, Kasturi. So we were thinking that we are going to invite Sharmila as one of our guests, because we are thinking of having each day, 5 days, one guest. So we were thinking like Yusuf, Sharmila, and we were just putting it across like, so there's so much, because I could relate so many things as a coach, as a parent, so many things. Sharmila, I learned so much from you today. Thank you so much. Most of the times we are in denial, and today what you said, what you took us through, it helped me validate, and I see it working. So thank you so much.
My pleasure. And what I say, if people are throwing bricks at you, collect them and make your tower, make your palace with that.
Very true.
Why not?
Beautiful.
And
Love that.
Very powerful.
don't even think about getting hurt. And it
Love
doesn't
that.
help.
Love that.
Doesn't help.
That is beautifully said. And people will throw bricks at you. They will.
Yeah,
And
they will. It's
exactly.
okay.
And I have seen that the more you actually make a difference, the more you're actually visible, the more people actually see that you're making a difference, not just in your life, but of other people, in other people's lives. There will be people coming out from wormholes, from like little cracks behind the walls, to come out and point a finger at you and say that you are not good enough. You have taken advantage of your situation, or you've had like a silver platter handed to you, with golden coins, or
Yeah.
whatever
Yeah,
rubbish. It's
I
called.
have been told that. I've been told
Exactly.
that. It's okay.
Exactly. I mean, in Australia, we used to call it the tall poppy syndrome, where a person would always not be able to be happy for someone from within the community who will actually rise and shine and be able to really do good things. They will always try to pull them down, back down to their own level, and that's called the tall poppy syndrome. And unfortunately, that is how people are. And in my opinion, with this situation that we're facing with COVID at this moment, which is allowing and making human beings from around the world be more empathetic towards things that they otherwise would never have thought of or considered. I think it's going to bring forth a more of a one community, one humanity, so to speak, where people will be able to live without basically hiding behind labels.
Very true.
That's what I hope. So, Kasturi, some closing notes for you before we bid Sharmila adieu.
For me or from me?
From you, from you.
I mean, I'm just like, as I was saying, that I watched her video 3 times. It's just that looking at her, she herself is looking at her life as normal. That's the one that is actually giving her so much of success. Like what she have already mentioned, I've been seeing everything, every little part. She's been so positive. Her view, her perspective of life is so beautiful. So that's what we have to learn from her. It's like, it's very normal. Every one of us, like, are fighting our own battles. So we have to come out from it. We just have to view life in other perspectives, and that's what I feel she's doing it. And she takes her profession as a passion, and that's her purpose of life. And I'm so happy to know, because she was so happy expressing her involvement through Bringle, and I was so happy. And the way she mentioned that she had to go back to her mom to be around with her, that touched me so much, because she was so grateful for what her mom did, and she's now with her mom, I guess. So I'm so happy for her, for everything she does. Yeah. And I will definitely, with her permission, feature her in my Gems on Earth if she is okay.
Yes, I am
Wow.
okay, and thank you
I
again.
I will love
Again.
to feature you in my Gems Unearthed. I think that's an honor for my page, I think.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Thank you so
Beautiful,
much. Yeah.
Kasthuri. Beautiful, Kasthuri. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that. That is a wonderful way to sort of recognize her, the work that Sharmila does for so many people around the world. Miss Suchi, some closing thoughts from you.
All right, so there are people out there who are complaining so much about everything and anything. So there's so many beautiful messages from Sharmila, which they can, if you have missed the live, you can always watch it later. We're also gonna create pulse of wisdom from this live. So there are lots of messages for you, which you can listen to and follow and apply in your life. And please stop complaining. This life is beautiful. Life is a celebration. Only if you learn to live the way some of us are living it. So, yeah.
Beautifully said. Beautifully said.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Miss Suchi. Charu, please. The
Yeah,
mic
I
is
would
all
love to
yours.
share. Yes, I would love to share one quote which Sharmila shares in discussion while interaction, and I've read in her sharing also. The meaning of
Mhm.
life is to find your gift, and the purpose of life is to give it away. So I'm so happy
Beautiful.
that Sharmila is doing this with so much passion. And friends, we have to learn so much from her that, yeah, life is beautiful and there is no limit. So please boost yourself, push yourself, and achieve big in life. Thank you so much, Sharmila, for sharing such wonderful journey with us. And it's awesome inspiration today from you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Sharmila, once again for taking the time out. Um, Again, I would like to tell our networks, don't log off. We've got an interesting segment coming up after we bid Sharmila adieu. But thank you once again, Sharmila, for taking the time out and for being that method and that source of inspiration for thousands of people, and especially in India, millions of people who
Thank
are
you.
afflicted, who are disempowered by society having cast or placed a label on them. So thank you, Sharmila. I mean, each and every one within our combined networks, we will be sharing it, across multiple platforms moving forward as well. I do request you to please reach out to Sharmila if you feel that you or your company can make a difference. Especially during this time, let's not forget. And I quote Mark Cuban, which a lot of people will know. Moving forward, the companies which actually endorse empathy and humanity and community interaction are the ones who are going to be there moving forward in the next decade. The ones who don't, who are basically just going out there and pitching their product and service at this present moment, are going to become a statistic. So if you, as a company, as a business owner, as an entrepreneur, you feel that you can help Sharmila with her journey, with her vision, with her mission to make a difference in the lives of so many people around. She does run a not-for-profit institution and organization named Vardaan4u. Please connect with Sharmila on social media. I'm just putting the link for her website right down in the ticker below. And thank you once again for supporting. And if there is anything that you might be able to do moving forward, we thank you in advance from the team of Connected Experience. Thank you once again, Sharmila. Any parting words from you, Sharmila?
Yeah, this will go to the parents. Uh, to the parents who have children with disability. Uh, the way my mom puts it, and I put it, yeah, let your child bloom. Maybe not in the garden that you imagined, but in the garden that they are in.
Beautiful.
So that's all.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. It's
Thank you.
awesome.
That is just beautiful. That is absolutely beautiful. So I mean, really, thank you so much for this brilliant sort of ending to our segment right here. Really appreciate it, Sharmila. Thank you so much for joining us today, and we really appreciate the time that you've taken out of your busy schedule to spend this time with us, sharing your journey with us, inspiring us, and motivating us all of us able-bodied people around the world who make excuses. So here's to you. Stop making an excuse, stop standing in your own way, and just, delve deep within you to find that spark of inspiration to make a difference to people around you. So thank you once again, Sharmila, for being here with us and for sharing your journey. Have a great day.
You too. Have a great day.
Thank you. All right, to each and every person from within our network, thank you once again. Just a bit of a discussion. We are going to be finishing this live in approximately another 10 to 12 minutes. I'm going to try and keep it under the 1 hour mark. So, this is the team of Connected Experience. We're all based in Singapore. We like to have conversations with thought leaders, with people from around the world who are making a difference in other people's lives. And they're making a difference in a way that is going to actually pave the way for humanity and change moving forward. Pooja, a couple of little words from you, perhaps as to how how you are making a difference in your life and in lives of others, of course.
3 or 4? So that's the first difference. I'm keeping that aliveness alive, right? I'm keeping that love
fair enough.
alive in all of us. I just wanted to give a small demo of how I was making. All right, how I'm making on a serious note. First is as I'm very, very passionate about personal leadership, and that's what I see, that I feel it's an expression of life. And as even when we just had Sharmila, and when she was taking us through our journey, through her journey, and when I was just walking along with her, I felt that personal leadership is important for parents, for teachers, for children, be it in corporate or anyone. And that's what I feel. I am so honored and filled with so much of gratitude and contentment that I'm working at all the touch points. In fact, in our recent boot camp, Discover the Superhero in You, wherein we had all of you, contributing to it and helping
Well,
me
that was a brilliant
in the
initiative.
vision. Yeah. And
Brilliant.
so I think I am making, contributing. I would like to say, rather than difference, I am contributing and being that thought steerer in all the
Thought
touch
steerer. Love
points.
that. Love that.
Yeah. So, and that's what we are planning, that in our recent, in the second one, we want to have this thought steerers, the guest coming in and helping our children to steer their thoughts, because I think it's so
Perfect.
important. So that's what I'm
Perfect.
doing. And on a personal front, I am trying to educate myself as well. I'm trying to have a physical fitness goal, and
Awesome.
I'm trying to learn a lot of things from my son these days. He's giving me a new
Children
definition
can be
of
our children
leadership.
can be our
Thank
amazing teachers,
you.
aren't they? They say the darndest thing, but they can actually sort of give us pearls of wisdom when we least expect it. Thank you so much for sharing that, Pooja. Really, really appreciate that. Charu, what are you doing? How are you coping with what's happening in the world at this present moment?
Well, I'm using this time to prove my saying for myself. I always say I am unshakable optimist. So when
Love
this
it.
challenge started, and we associated with Bringle Academy, and the challenge we started, we have just finished with our 21 days business sustainability challenge, where we have learned a lot. Every day we had speakers from across the globe who shared amazing insights on the topics related to business. So yes, so I'm asking everybody, reset yourself and renew yourself. This
Beautifully
is
said.
time to start fresh and have new vision for yourself and your entity. And as Women Lines always promotes excellence in life and ask everybody, make excellence your brand. So that is my message.
Love it.
Use this time to have some new vision for yourself. Work upon what is missing in your life, because this time is gone very fast. You will never realize. And when you're back to your
Beautiful.
normal life, then it will start again. So why don't you put yourself and put your time in learning what is missing and start fresh again? And that will give you more
Fantastic.
confidence, and you'll be having more knowledge and awareness that you can use
Awesome.
for yourself in a better way. So yes, I'm
That's
putting my
fantastic.
efforts in those projects, and many
Keep
more
up
is
the
going
great
to come
work.
at the lines. Thank you.
Keep up the great work, Charu. Thank you for that. Miss Suchi, how are you? I know you are helping people,
Absolutely.
around the world, especially, be more, by inspiring them to be more positive. What are the little things that you would want to impart to our amazing networks at this moment, how they can actually keep that positivity alive, Miss Suchi?
But really good to know that instead of looking around and blaming others and blaming the situations which are not in your control and adding on to your negative vibes, it would be really good to take some time out to connect with yourself and know your true self and know how powerful you are.
Mm-hmm.
I empower people by coaching and guiding them to understand their anatomy and how fascinating their brain is. So it's all about
Mm-hmm.
changing your neurochemistry and your body chemistry just by making some lifestyle and routine changes. So I'm being there for the people who are not feeling very fit these days, especially
Yep.
emotionally and mentally. So there are cases when it comes there's an increase when it comes to depression, people feeling depressed, and even suicidal cases. So no matter what happens, I always put everything aside to be there for them. Number one, in order to stimulate my own brain after doing all sorts of work, I want to make sure that I study, I upgrade my skills. So I am taking up a lot of courses these days. I have completed 45 courses on LinkedIn. Or LinkedIn courses, yeah. So I'm going to use them, of course, during my coaching. And physical fitness is very important. So I go for 1 hour walk, jog, run, and stretching. So I would recommend and suggest and encourage everybody to, no matter what's happening around you, just push the furniture aside and just do your simple stretching because it's important to get dosage of happy hormones, right? So
Love
my
it.
work's all about educating people,
Awesome.
guiding people about the hormones. So make sure that you
Uh-huh.
know how to get them and get them. Just go get them.
Perfect. Beautifully said. Just focus on your happy hormones, and that brings us to the person of the hour, the person of the day, who's got a very happy birthday, celebration happening. So Kasthuri, wishing you a very very happy birthday. It's such a pleasure to know you. It's an honor that all of us have, having you within us, with us, and basically inspiring us all as well in our journeys by actually doing whatever you do best. But I'm not going to let you talk yet, because I'm going to actually share with our networks once again, who've actually missed out on the little video that I had done earlier, during the show. It's a 40-second video, network. Please have a look. You will find, right at the end of that video, you will find Kasthuri being her. I think, how old were you? 2 years old when that picture
Two.
was taken?
That was two. That was
Yeah,
2 years
2 years
old.
old.
Where did you take that
So
photo
2 years
from?
old.
Facebook, I guess. Facebook, right?
I have my sources, Kasthuri. Let's just leave it at that, right? So, anyway, so I'm gonna play this video right now, and then there's gonna be a little bit of a surprise for you, Kasthuri.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you.
Beautiful.
That photo tickles me so much. Oh
Hello, Elaine.
Hi.
is it? Oh, yes. That's so sweet of you. Oh my God.
Elaine, we can't hear you.
See?
Yes, unmute.
We can't hear you. No.
Unmute.
Okay, so we have Elaine Jacques joining us all the way from the United States. It is 3 minutes to 2 a.m. for her, and
My
uh, and
goodness.
and she wanted to obviously wish Kasthuri a very happy birthday. She's baked a special set of cupcakes for her,
Wow.
and muffins rather. So yeah,
Thank you
Elaine,
so
Elaine, do you want to try? Do you want to try your audio some way? Can you just connect your Bluetooth once and disconnect your Bluetooth from your phone? I think that is what is happening. So just turn off the Bluetooth on your phone and see if you might be able to speak to us.
I don't have any words to say. Oh my goodness, this is such a sweet surprise. You're always there in my special days. Thank
That
you
is
so
right.
much, Elaine. Thank you so much. Well, you didn't
No,
even
we
give
can't
me
hear you.
a word.
We can't hear you. Elaine, can you go to your audio settings on the cam and mic settings on your computer? You're on your laptop, I know. So click on the cam/mic and go to audio and just choose your mic as your communications device and your speaker as your normal speaker. Leave the speaker as it is.
I like her enthusiasm. She was all the time there in the light. Now she shows up and the audio setting is not working. She's still like, being so positive about it. And she baked the cake, cupcakes. This is brilliant. Wow. And
I
it's
can
2 a.m.
feel her.
Like at midnight. Look at you, Elaine. Wow.
It's
No,
amazing. Oh my
it is such a pleasure. So, but thank you,
God.
Elaine,
Thank you so much,
for joining
Elaine.
in.
Oh my God.
That's okay, Kasturi. You're actually learning. You're learning body language, right? So Elaine, you can mime. You can try and lip read Kasturi. So
She didn't even give me a hint when she was like, messaging me and all just now. Oh my God, Elaine, thank you
so
so
there's happy
much.
birthday. There's happy birthday on written on Elaine's.
Oh,
She's decorated her office, and see this is the thing. So to our combined LinkedIn families, wherever you are in the world, it's not about the distance that separates us. It's about the want and the wanting that we have within ourselves to actually come together as one community, to actually be there for each other, in 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 the in the important moments. I'm sorry, I'm at a bit of a loss of words, but thank you, Elaine. You have been such a brilliant supporter for me throughout my journey. You've obviously been an amazing friend of all of us, especially Kasturi. You flew down all the way from Singapore last year when Kasturi was nominated for Silent Heroes of Singapore Award. So I really, really appreciate that. Elaine, you've always been there, and it is I'm so sad that we can't hear you and you're having technical issues at this present moment. It's all about the Bluetooth issues, in my opinion. So just turn off the Bluetooth on your laptop. Turn off the Bluetooth on your laptop. Maybe that may work. I don't know. But thank you once again, Elaine, for being here. Kasturi, I'm going to give you a couple of minutes to speak, to all of us, and any message that you'd like to convey.
okay. What can I say? It's like I'm just so overwhelmed. I couldn't handle this. Really, I mean, I feel so special on my birthday. I think you guys have made it even more special. I love my birthdays always because that's the day when everyone actually from everywhere. It's public holiday here in Singapore. It's Labor Day, so and it's not a day where people go out mostly. So it's a day that they remember me, and I receive calls from everywhere, and especially like today with all of you, you made my day even more special. My goodness, it's COVID-19, and then I've been receiving so many gifts, flowers, cakes from all of you. The my doorbell keeps ringing, and then I'm just like, wow, okay, I'm so overwhelmed by it, and I'm so thankful for all this love from all of you. Really, 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 so many messages, and over Facebook, LinkedIn. I'm gonna reply it soon. I think I'm gonna take the whole day to do so, but I will do it. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And for everyone else, I think this time, yeah, it has disrupted a lot of our lifestyles. But contrary to what we thought it might be impossible, yes, the world can come to a stop for a while. So we're going to use this time, actually, I would say, to recharge your body, okay, whoever say like, especially I felt that the world has stopped just for me, especially because it's like I've been so busy and it's like it's a time for me to rest well and then do whatever that I need to do. Take a good break for my body as well. That's like, yeah, recharge your body and reorientate your mind. That means to say, take this time to do your learning, your whatever courses you're doing online. There are so many online courses going on. Please make use of it. And then, and most importantly, rejuvenate yourself with all your interests that you have long lost before. Probably it could be a painting that you ever wanted to do, but you couldn't do it. This is the time to do it. Any particular skill that you wanted to learn, do it now. This is the time. So recharge your body, reorientate your mind, and rejuvenate your soul, and be stronger and better to step into the new world there. New normal. Okay, that's it. Thank you so much. I love you all. I love you all. I love you all. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Kasuri, for sharing with us your thoughts. It would have been great to have heard from Elaine, but it's okay. She is there with us in spirit, but she's trying to take up this new career in miming. So that's what she's doing. But no, sorry, network. Jokes apart. She's not able to connect her audio, or her audio is not working. Only her video is working. But it's not about what we say. Again, and this actually makes it so important as to what I have said. What a lot of us have said in the past. It's not about what you say, when you say, or how you say. It's all about, more importantly, being there when you need to, and that's where you need to be present. Thank you, Elaine, for being present today with Kasthuri on her birthday to wish her and to celebrate this amazing experience with us. Would like to thank each and every one of our combined networks for being here on this episode, for listening to the inspiring messages that Sharmila shared with us earlier, and for wishing Kasthuri Gunasekaran a very, very happy birthday. Thank you once again. We really, really appreciate the time that all of you have taken out of your busy schedules. So I will bid each and every one of you adieu, and really, really appreciate each and every one of your presence. And keep being you, keep being the amazing people that you all are. To a message to the network: this thing is going to pass. Let us be strong. Let us stay safe, stay healthy, wash your hands, and make sure that you're not hoarding on PPE, because our frontline medical professionals need that way more than you, who is locked down at home. So if you have items which you've not used, which medical professionals can use, please reach out to your local government, to your local hospitals, and make sure that you do your part to ensure that the superheroes of society who are fighting battles are not doing that without any armor on. So thank you once again. Have a great day. Happy birthday once again, Kasthuri. You are incredible.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, Yusuf, for planning us. Happy birthday, Kasthuri.
Happy
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
birthday.
Thank you. Love you all. Love you all.
Thank you.